Welcome to your May 2018 General Tarot reading. I'm Leona Nicole Black. Thank you for choosing to spend some time with me. You also have the pleasure of an outdoor reading this month. The sun was blazing earlier. It's actually gone in a bit now, which is great because I was overheating and a little concerned about the Mac. A little cloudy, but we're going to stay out here and draw on all these nature energies to give you your messages. If you would like a personal reading from me, it's nicoleblack.com/services. I'll put the link in the description box. I've also started doing daily readings on my Instagram page, which is Leona Nicole Black, and it can be a month before you hear from me again. So the dailies is a way for you to connect with the meanings and messages and really implement what this stuff means on a day-to-day basis. It's for the collective, it's not by zodiac sign, it's just a general message. Okay, so lastly, I had the privilege of being featured on a couple of podcasts last month and a magazine article, so I'm leaving the links to those in the description box. If you would like to hear more about tarot and astrology and healing and spiritual growth and mental health and all that good stuff, then you can listen to and read these articles and listen to the podcast and just hear me talking about my personal experiences outside of kind of giving you these messages. Okay, so Leo, let's get into your reading. Very interesting. I asked Spirit how you're showing up in May, and you have as your first card the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Prince of Wands, and I'll show you in a second your last card being the Three of Pentacles. With the Queen of Cups here, this is just saying that your hearts are really open. I feel like the Scorpio full moon that we all went through just really opened us all up, like really opened the floodgates, really brought whatever was lingering deep emotionally to light, to the surface, for light to be shone on it. And I think the deeper loving parts of you, the parts of you that are wanting to connect, the parts of you that are wanting partnership and love, and this applies to single Leos too, some coupled Leos too. Those of you, it's not necessarily like, okay, it's a relationship, yes, for some of you, but for others of you, it's just feeling more closely connected in the relationships that exist in your life. That concept of being in a group but feeling alone. It's like wanting more contact now, wanting to draw inwards. And with the Prince of Wands, this is kind of your passion, or your almost belligerence about getting it. It is a kind of stubbornness, but it's a stubbornness which you're directing outwards and being like, well, I want the Queen of Cups. So this could be a person or just an energy, as in the Queen of Cups. It's either love that you want or just more love in your life in general. And I want more enjoyment and more play and more pleasure. And I am going to be stubborn about getting it, and I'm going to be stubborn about getting it from the people or places I want it from. That's what this energy is saying. You are looking for, in the form of Three of Pentacles, more connection, more partnership, really to start building with others now. Yeah, you want a center stage, you want to be honored, you want your hard work to be recognized, but you don't want to do it alone. You do want a tribe of some kind, a lion's pride. Now, Leo, I have been saying to you over recent months that you're almost at odds emotionally with some people who are very close to you in your life, and maybe not really understanding that they're done with you in some way. I've been saying this a lot, and I feel like this message is still coming through. So there's clearly something you're not really acknowledging, because here it is, the context for how you're feeling right now. Firstly, the Strength card is here. This is your card, the Leo card. Yes, your passions are awakened, your desires are awakened, you know what you want. Even if you kind of had a situation or a person that you knew you cared about, but maybe you didn't know how much, and now things have evolved in a way that you're like, actually, I really want this thing, and it's become clear. But here you also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is that the thing that you want in the way that you want it is not available to you. It's not happening in the way that you want. Maybe those people aren't participating. Maybe it's a timing issue if they're not ready now, or maybe they just don't want you, Leo. They just don't want to be involved in this way, and you are having trouble understanding that, because the King of Wands here is almost like, I see the king as being responsible for his domain, okay, being responsible for how he shows up, being accountable. This is a king who, yes, is passionate, is fiery, is the builder, who wants to get things done, but also recognizes that he is building a community, recognizes his role within the group. And in reverse, it's almost like you're refusing to see the truth of the circumstance you found yourself in, truth about how people are perceiving you, friends, family members, lovers, all of it, kids even, like or I guess they count as family members, but yeah, you're not seeing, you're turning a blind eye, and it's making you imbalanced with the Temperance card here. There's internal balance, Leo, like you're imbalanced, sorry. It's like not bringing the two parts, the external and the internal, together to make sense, okay? Not allowing the emotions and the mind to connect. So in the first few cards, in terms of how you're showing up, you had a water sign, a fire sign, and an earth sign card, no swords. So there is something that you're deliberately not clued into on a mental level. And so a couple more cards came out on this issue when I was pulling, and you had the Moon in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Star in reverse, all reverse with two major arcanas here. And the message is saying that there are deep emotions going on, deeper than you've been willing to really acknowledge. Deep emotions between you and another person or a situation. There are a lot of emotions going on here, and there is wounding, Leo. Someone is feeling wounded by your behavior, wounded by the way that you're moving through the world, or just even if you're not actively wounding them, as in the thing that you're doing is not actually wounding them, it's that they are wounded and you're not recognizing it. So it's almost like knowing that someone has a trauma of some kind, or a trigger, or a phobia, or a dislike of something in particular, and you're not adjusting to that and still wanting to be around this person. But therefore, the reason the cards are involved is because there's a lot of emotion built up, a lot from the past interactions with you, or an ongoing interaction with you, where they're like, actually, this is not honoring how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling hurt and wounded either by you, Leo, or by other things in my life, and ultimately you're not acknowledging it. And so you have the Star card in reverse here, which is the healing is not happening. The healing and the renewal and the refreshment is not happening in this situation, and ultimately you're not getting to what you want in the form of the Star card. Neither of you are. Nobody involved in the situation is getting what they want out of it. So I ask Spirit, what's your lessons then? What's your spiritual lessons this month? What do you need to learn in May? You've got the Eight of Cups. Remember, I've been talking to you about maturation. You know, I called one of your videos something like the end of play, or something, I don't know, I can't remember what I called it now, but something to do with, like having your play interrupted. So it's saying here with the Eight of Cups here, it's saying like there is an emotional dynamic you must walk away from, and it's one you've been refusing to leave. Now, Leo, it's two things. Either someone has emotionally walked away from you and you're not seeing it. It's as clear as day to everybody else, but you are not seeing how these people or this person is emotionally disconnected now. And this is emotions that even if they're still in your life in some way, even if they're still working with you on a business level, even if you're still have to be together because you're family members, ultimately they're over you. I've been saying this, like they're done, like they're like emotionally, I don't want to do this anymore. Or it's that actually there is a kind of stalemate, there is a dynamic that is continuing to play out, and you need to leave it because you know that you can't have what you want in this situation. You can't get Queen of Cups energy here. You need to walk away in pursuit of what you want because you deserve to have it, Leo. Either way, you must face an ending of some kind emotionally this month. And with the Queen of Pentacles here being your spiritual lesson, it's about not letting that ending hit your sense of self and your self-esteem, not letting it hit how you value yourself, not thinking because this person doesn't want me, XYZ things, like and attaching things to that. This person doesn't want me, therefore no one will, or I won't get what I want, or they're a horrible person, or whatever it is. Drop the story, drop it. The truth is, this just isn't for you right now. You don't have to add any pepper spice, no other words to the situation. It's just not this, Leo. I need some water. 1 second. Okay, so I ask Spirit what action you can take based on these lessons. You got so many Ace cards, okay? You have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So all of the aces are here. What are aces? New beginnings, okay? So it's saying leave what's going on, start a new dynamic, stop doing what you're doing, okay? I see the first card here being the Two of Cups. Yes, you can have the partnership you want, Leo. You can have the connections that you want. You can have the loving energy in the form of Queen of Cups that you're desiring. The answer from Spirit is yes, you can, just not in the way you've been doing it. Because the Ace of Swords here is a lack of truth and clarity, not seeing the situation as it is, not communicating clearly, not addressing the situation mentally, not being upright and having integrity in how you're communicating with others. The Ace of Wands here in reverse is your passions and those not being able to be met, not being able to be externalized. And why? You got the Two of Swords. Now today is the 8th of May, I believe, and this came up in our daily reading on my Instagram page. So have a read of it if you need to understand this message. It might start raining soon. Okay, I think I just saw something. Have a read of it if you need to understand this message. But the message here is that there is a thing that you're not seeing, an energy blockage. So basically, whatever you're seeking to harmonize and bring together and experience as something that is loving and pleasurable is currently blocked here. Two of Cups, Two of Swords is blocking it. And it's an energetic block individually. And the two swords are the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands here. This is what's blocked for you. You must unblock it by facing the situation, communicating truthfully, honoring what you really want, knowing you can't have it where you are, and therefore cutting away the situation to go towards what you really do. Because after you've done that, after you've ended this energy, and you can, like I said, read more about it in the daily reading, which was Reconciliation is the name of the reading, you can get Ace of Pentacles, a gift, an offer, something practical, not just desiring it. Yes, you've got Three of Pentacles here in two ways in this deck. Here, both of these cards are Three of Pentacles. You wanting to work with others. Well, here are the others. Here's the situation. Here's the partnership. Here's the thing that you can actually create in the world being offered to you, but you can't get to it yet until you heal the blockages. So really, the message for you this May is really confront the truth, not just here, but here. You need to master the emotional so that the mental can make sense. And the emotions are not just your own that need mastering. You need to have good insight and good emotional intelligence, empathy to understand how are others truly feeling around you, even if they're not able to articulate that clearly. We are all sensory beings, okay? There's more than verbalizing, there's body language. There's so many other ways we communicate. You need to wake up to that communication this month, Leo. If you need a personal reading to help you grapple with this, then you can get that at NicoleBlack.com/services. Remember the daily readings you can get on Instagram. And thank you for supporting this channel, for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. I know sometimes the message can come in a little harsh, but sometimes you need it, okay? So if I don't see you in the dailies, I will see you next month, Leo. Mwah. I'm sending you so much love.